Hey, everybody, welcome to Russ Reels Live on this Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. We are so glad you're here. I have three of my best friends, Joan Williams, Karen Pascal, and my little sis, Dr. Nupi Aurora. It's going to be an amazing conversation. Here we go. Special thank you to our sponsors of Russ Reels Live, the Drunken Grape, the State and Sublimity Chamber of Commerce, and the Hounds Business Community. For more information on the Drunken Grape and virtual wine tasting, go to thedrunkengrape.com. And for more information on the State and Sublimity Chamber of Commerce and their community support, go to stateandsublimitychamber.com. And finally, for more information on the Hounds of Business Community and Mike Asherbrenner, find them on LinkedIn at Hounds of Business Community or Mike Asherbrenner. Hey, everybody. Welcome to welcome to Russ Reels Live. Get the right show here. Russ Reels Live. And we're so glad you're here today on this Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. I don't know what time it is where you are, but I hope that your brain and mouth are working better than mine today, getting coordinated. Yes. And so we're so glad every Thursday for Russ Reels Live and the amazing guests that I have. And today, I'm telling you, some super awesome, amazing friends. And we are talking holistic health again today with Joan and Karen and Dr. Nupi, my little sis. We are all here today and it's going to be great. I'm just so excited that you're here. And I just want to remind you that we love for you to engage. And so what does that mean? Well, get on those comments today. Start inviting your friends. Share this out to everybody. First off, let everybody know what's going on. You can hit the share button and share the whole show on your page, but also you can tag your friends and let them know what's going on. Tag your friends and say, hey, you do not want to miss this. Health is so important. And I have learned through my cancer journey that holistic health and looking at the whole picture of things, body, mind, and soul, all that goes with it is so important. And I have just got so much wisdom from these ladies that it's just amazing. So I'm so thankful they're here today. Want to remind you also that you can join our amazing YouTube page, and it is growing and growing. And I'm telling you, you want to be part of that because it is, we're really picking up steam. And so you can subscribe today by going to russreels.live. Super simple. If you know the name of the show, you know how to get there. russreels.live is how you get to my YouTube page. If you have not subscribed, please go there right now. Open a tab. Give you a second here. Click on that tab. There you go. Open it up. Click on type in russreels.live and then click on subscribe. You're all done. And you can do that today. I'm telling you, this show is such an amazing opportunity to share with multiple people on topics. It's a topic-driven, panel-driven show, and I love it. I love every week being able to do this. Also, I am a big connector. If you haven't learned that yet, I'm all about connection and community building. And you can go to russhedge.com today, russhedge.com, and you can connect directly with me. If you know my name and you put a .com on the end, you're there. And that has all the information about me, about my inspirational speaking, which I was just blessed to be in New York with Joan and Karen and be able to see them and speak at an event while I was in New York. Also, virtually, I was in New York the last couple of days with Joan and Karen at their event speaking, and what a blessing that was. And so my inspirational speaking information is there, my marketing coaching, my live stream producing, everything you want to know about me, and also all the connection links. So please go there and connect with me today. You can even schedule time directly on my calendar to Zoom with me, and I would love to connect and actually chat with you. So please do that today. Everybody, keep tagging your friends. Keep tagging your friends. Joan, Karen, Noopy, keep tagging your friends. Let everybody know that we're on and we're coming up. I want to tell you one quick thing, but I'm going to tell you after I get the ladies in the room. And tonight, for fun, I'm going to bring them all in at the same time because I just feel like it. So here they are, Joan, Karen, and Noopy. Woohoo! Hi, ladies.
I love it. I love it because I just feel like it. And it's like, I do, so I can.
There you go. And
it's like magic.
Yeah. Energy. That's it. I love it. I love it.
I look like it's Halloween time. Hold on.
Yeah.
My lighting's gone to pot. It really has.
Oh, sorry. You're all fine. I was going to tell everybody something that was such a blessing to me. And Noopy, I know you've experienced this blessing too. And that is the blessing of Joan and Karen, who sent their amazing driver, Mr. Ed, to pick me up. But what I didn't know, as Mr. Ed was telling me to hold on for a second, that suddenly I look out my window and there is Joan and Karen standing outside the car, big smiles on their faces. And right next to them is my new friend, Danny, Joan's husband. Karen's husband. Sorry. I'm going to get that right.
Danny's amazing. Right. I love Danny.
I know that, but I always say it wrong. Anyway, yeah, amazing. It probably feels like he's both your husband now because he does so much for both of you guys. But anyway, no, listen, I was so blessed by that. And what an amazing time. And I got to tell everybody here before we get rolling on, it was such an amazing long weekend. I was in New York. And when time came to say goodbye and go home, I was ready. My mindset clicks pretty quickly. I'm really a small town Oregon boy. So after the amazing weekend in New York, I was ready to come back to Oregon. I was ready to go. Just not because I didn't have an amazing time, but I was just ready to come home and see my beautiful wife and get home. So I went down and Mr. Ed didn't show up, which was really surprising because Mr. Ed is so prompt and early for everything. So I was really shocked. He calls me to tell me he's stuck and there's a parade he can't get across. So after, I'll leave out a lot of the drama, but let's just say that my friends started leaving the conference wondering if I was okay. Mr. Ed was trying to call me and talk to me and tell me that I could maybe try to meet him somewhere, and he couldn't get across. And like up to 2 hours went by, and I was supposed to be on a plane back to Oregon. I was sure that I was not going to make it, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to try. Mr. Ed says, come down 5 blocks and meet me, and then we'll leave from here. So I said, okay, there's a parade in the middle of Broadway. I didn't know anything about it, but you need to get on the other side of the parade, and then I can take you to the airport. So first off, I just want to tell everybody with this cancer journey, I don't have a lot of energy, and my foot was really hurting because I just had biopsies and surgery on my foot. So I'm limping on my way with my suitcase and taking this down to see Mr. Ed. A New York block is 5 to 10 Oregon blocks. Oregon blocks are much, much smaller. So it was a long walk. Well, 3 blocks into it, everybody, guess what? I hit the parade and they're saying nobody across, nobody through, can't go. And I'm just like, I decide, listen, I'm jumping into full-fledged cancer mode. And I am going to look at these people. I said, hey, I need your attention. I need your help. 2 people out of about 10 looked at me. The rest of them ignored me. I said, I have stage 4 cancer. I have got to get back to Oregon for treatment. My ride is on the other side of this parade, and I need to get through. And everybody says nobody through. One guy looks at me with compassion in his eyes. He opens up a thing. He lets me through. Stops the parade. Here I am, stopping a parade on Broadway, waving at the fire truck coming through. I don't know what the parade was. It was a big parade, but there was a fire truck that I had to go in front of, and they stopped. I waved at them, went through the parade on Broadway. I get down finally to where Mr. Ed is, and you guys know that the corner of Park and 38th, where I was, seems like corner to corner is like a mile to that corner, a mile and a half to that corner. I'm like, Mr. Ed, I have no idea where you are. I'm here where you said, but you could be a mile away from me on the other corner. And so here he comes. He finds me, thank God. We go to the airport. Let's just say that it was a lot of work for him to get out of New York, get to Newark. He gets me there. To make a long story short, I have to have a pat down because I can't go through radar because of my insulin pump and my diabetes. So I go up and tell him the same thing. Listen, I need your help. I've got stage 4 cancer. I've got to get home and I need your help. They let me through. They do a pat down really quickly. They get me to my plane just as it's loading. And I want to tell you, when I walked into that plane and sat down, I looked up and I said, "Thank you, Jesus. I'm on the
Angels.
plane." The whole time, though, Joan and Karen are texting me going, "God is on your side. He's going to help you make it. You've got his favor." And they're sending me all these positive messages, and it was so funny. And so anyway, the long story is that I have quite a story now of how it took me to get out of New York, but it was amazing to be there. And I was so thankful for the whole time. But yes, I did actually make it back to Oregon.
You now need, I'm sorry to go into doctor mode, right? But you absolutely need to rest and stop the traveling, please. You really do.
Well,
I'm
I
being a right
haven't.
bossy wagon.
Yeah,
I
I
can't help
actually
it.
I haven't really. That was the only traveling I've done other than like to the coast with my beautiful wife, but that's
Yeah,
easy. That's a little
yeah,
drive
yeah,
for an hour.
yeah.
But
That,
no,
you must
it was a
be exhausted.
blessing.
You
Yeah,
must
I'm
have been
really glad.
exhausted. But no, it
So,
sounds, yeah.
all right, Noopy, you listen, we're gonna start with you since you're
Me?
on a roll. And so tell everybody who
Right.
you are and give everybody your wisdom and your smile. There you go.
Okay, so I'm Dr. Noopy, aka the glitter practitioner. And I'm also a coach, I'm also a speaker, and I am passionate. I live and breathe. Not that you can tell right now because I'm not very well, but that's besides the point. Um, I live and breathe what I share with my patients, with my clients. I really do. And it is really, truly helping somebody else on their journey with their physical health, because that's how people come to me initially, and emotional. But it is showing somebody else how to really recognize their true whole self health needs and how to keep it in balance, how to keep that topped up. And it's simple, it's practical steps, because when you're going through discord, when your balance is off, everything goes to pot. Your baseline needs go. So that's what I do. And I apply this to everything, really. I am, I can't, what was that?
And that was great. And that is who you are. And you
That's who I
are
am. That's what I
that's
do.
you.
And I love
There
it.
you
I
go.
absolutely love it.
And so thank you so much for that. You were
And I
awesome at
sprinkle
that.
glitter. I sprinkle glitter
There you go.
everywhere.
You are the
Right.
glitter practitioner.
Yes,
And
I am.
so, yes.
Yes, I am.
So, Karen and Joan, two of the most giving people that I've ever known in my life. Ladies, tell everybody a little bit about you.
You go, Karen. You
Oh
go
my God, I love
first.
these. Oh, it's so cute.
Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon. Good morning, wherever you are in a part of the world. Thank you so much for joining us today because, you know, holistic health is such a broad topic. It's really, really broad because holistic is all about you. It's your mind, your body, your spirit, or your soul. It's all of you. And myself and Joan, we came up with your gut in you and self-care is intentional. And it's packed with a lot of stuff inside because it's going to help you as an individual to really understand. You're not getting it.
Yeah,
Self-care is
got it.
intentional. Yeah, and it's to help you an individual to understand more about yourself. It's about your gut, it's about your self-care. And we teach from the 12 components because it's all about your relationship. It's about your finances, your home environment, your creativity, your joy, your spirituality, and the list goes on to the 12. And if one part is broken down, you will know because all the other parts is going to be affected because it's your primary food and your secondary food. is food on the plate and food off the plate. And we believe in that so much because if you want to live a holistic lifestyle, you have to understand that it takes all of you, all parts of you, and you have to zoom in on the parts that are not functioning well. You have to zoom in on those parts to help you to live a holistic lifestyle. I am Cara Pascal, holistic health and wellness coach, and a co-author with my sister and my daughter of Your Gut in You and Self-Care is Intentional. I'm going to toss the mic now to Joan, my sister.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. They're so slick.
Great as always. Great speaking as always. And the greatest thing that we all can do for ourselves is to choose you. Choose you, because it starts with you. Your self-awareness, your self-love, leaning into your inner wisdom. Because when you lean into your inner wisdom and you have that intuition and you know who you are, you can walk in your power. You can walk in your power and you can show up, because you can show up in a space, show up in with your all, but you got to move in a level of alignment. And that's what we talk about, because when you can move in the level of alignment, your spirituality, some form of spirituality, whatever that may be for you, your home environment, you're clearing away a clutter. You're moving in a space of forgiveness. You're moving in a space of love. You're moving in a space of your physical activity. You're getting up and you're moving. You're showing yourself love and compassion because you're choosing you. You're keeping your cup filled so that you can serve and serve in a great way. The thing is that when we don't fulfill ourselves and keep our cup filled, we can't give enough.
Sure.
Because we got to be fulfilled for ourselves so we can serve from the overflow. We got to love ourselves. Because if we don't love ourselves, we can't love anybody else. And we don't know how to receive love. So loving yourself is so great. And then move in a space of intentionality. Move in a space of setting your boundaries. Because setting your boundaries is for your well-being. So that you can show up, you can focus on what is it that you want, that you desire to have, and take the time, pause. There is power in pause.
Oh, yeah.
Take care of yourself. Focus on self-care, mental, physical, emotional, so that we can all stay strong as you travel through life's journey. Because this temple here, this is just what you have. Nourish and nurture. And when you can nourish and nurture that, nourish and nurture you, you can feel that bliss in your life. And you can walk in your level of excellence. You can walk in your greatness. You can walk in your power because you've got that. You're full. That's my opening. My name is Joan Williams, holistic health and coach, and a co-author as well, as Cameron spoke about. Your gut in you and self-care is intentional. And look for our audiobooks that are coming out soon for the holidays. Our audiobooks on self-care and gut health.
You have that down so well. It's almost like you've done this before. Have you guys ever thought about live streaming?
Russ, it's just like you and me when we do our little tag turns thing. Apart from the fact we just can't stop giggling. I'm like, no, you said that.
It is so good, so good. Well, I want to tell you.
Sorry.
Yeah, amazing. But I did learn something that very important about Karen when I was back in New York, and that is they are both so sweet and giving. But if you try to say anything about them being sweet and giving, like when they took me out to dinner, and I tell Karen, you don't have to buy dinner. She looks at me, she gives me the look. None of that. That was it. If I tried to bring anything up about things they were doing for me, and they said, oh, we have something we want to bring to you tomorrow. I said, you don't need to give me anything else.
Russ, how
I get that
beautiful is
look.
that though? That is the power of authentic, loving connection. And that's how we met. And
Yeah.
that's rock solid. That's how I met Joan and Karen when I first came onto LinkedIn. It was Yermi who was interviewing me in my early days of coming onto LinkedIn, and Karen and Joan were in the comments, and we just you gravitate to those people who are in alignment with you, and that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. And it is so important to go take a step back and really, really appreciate those moments, because you know what? I feel like breaking out into song, but it's love. That's what makes the world go round. It's
Yeah.
without that, life would be very fucking dull, quite frankly. Wouldn't it? It would just be fucking awful.
Well, I tell you that definitely amazing people like you are people that I'm always attracted to want to get to know. And same thing, you know, when I mean, it was amazing. I mean, I've actually been connected, Joan, with you and Karen for quite a while, but you know, it's just the next step. Just like when you came over here to Oregon, it's the next step when you actually get to meet somebody in person. And very exciting. Yeah, so it was great. It's so much fun. Well, listen, I want to talk a little bit and continue on about all that you all are about, because you know I am living that right now with this cancer journey on taking care of myself and doing the things I need to do. And it's hard sometimes to really be, you know, thinking about the things that are good for me and not overdoing it, you know, because then I have the other side of Karen, Joan, and Noopy, and that is stop doing things you shouldn't be doing. So yes, there you go. There you go. That's the look. So anyway, so you know, let's still talk why self-care is important and it's not selfish. Joan, why don't you start it off?
Right. That's right. Thank you for that. And thank you for connecting us to Charlene as well.
Yeah.
Why self-care is important? It is important and it's not selfish because you're choosing you. You're choosing you because you want to live the life of quality that you can serve others. And in order for you to serve fully and give authentically, you have to take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. And when you move in that level of alignment and taking care of all of that aspect, then you can serve. You love yourself enough to give yourself that. So you're taking good care of yourself. And once you can facilitate that for you can serve others. But if you don't practice that, you can't show up. You cannot show up with your all. You can't show with your power because you're tired, you're fatigued, you're not eating the right kind of food, you get brain fog, you feel fatigued, you feel worn. But when you provide yourself with self-care, that's what we spoke about and list about, you can give everything because you feel full, you feel alive, you feel joyous, you have that bliss, and you feel excited about life because you have moved in the space of alignment and you take good care of yourself. So mentally you're good, physically you're good, emotionally you're good, spiritually you're good. So you come with your all. And people can feel that level of energy because your vibration raises, your frequency is high. You can change your room when you walk into a space because you've given that to yourself. So choose you. Karen?
Awesome.
I think you said it all. You know, if we're going to walk through this journey called life, and if we don't step back, as Dr. Nopi said, pause and look at ourselves, look where we are heading, and do some self-reflection. What are we really doing?
Right.
What are we really doing? Because if we're going to walk through this journey called life and don't be intentional about the things that we're going to be eating, the things that we're going to be doing, for instance, like your mindset, right? If you don't look at those things, how can you show up in the world and be of service to humanity? You have to step back, you have to pause, and you have to take a look at yourself where you're heading. If you're not eating the right type of foods, you got to step back and say, you know what? I got to change my diet. If you're surrounding yourselves with the people you're not supposed to be surrounding yourself with, you got to step back. You got to look at your community. If you got to change your community, you have to change your community, because that is a form of food as well, because that is feeding you as an individual. So there's so many things you have to adjust with your lifestyle. If you're looking for the evolution that you want to evolve yourself into, you have to adjust a lot of things in your life. It's holistic, and it's okay for you to really adjust things in your life, because you know what? It's all about you. It's not selfish. It's all about you. And you got to do you. You got to look after you. You are important to you. So you got to step back. You got to pause. You got to do self-reflection. You got to do inventory with your life. See where you're going. Look at it right now. We're heading out to 2024. It's time. It's time that you really look at your life. Look at things. Look at yourself. Things that are not working for you in 2024. You got to start eliminating it, because you don't want to take those things with you into 2025. So that is why you got to take an inventory with your life before you head out of 2024. It is super important for you, right?
That is so good.
Yeah.
So good. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
Thank you.
Nuki, pick it up from there. Keep
And
going.
it is tuning in. Tune into yourself. Tune in. Gift yourself that time. It is precious. It's your most valuable commodity going. And if you don't do it, nobody else is. Nobody else is going to do that for you. You can be guided. You can be supported, of course. There are lots of beacons. There are lots of people on your journey who can support and guide. But it boils down to you taking ownership. And actually, I want to walk this back just 5 steps, because it's great. I'm feeling really energized and inspired when we talk about the positive mindset and everything, making the most of our life, etc., etc. Let's just bring it back to those people who are struggling. And how do they even know they're out of alignment? So I'm taking it back a few steps for a reason, because it's okay to be feeling what you're feeling. Tune into your emotions, tune in to your physical health, tune into what your body's telling you and what this is telling you, because it's talking to you the whole time. And when you allow yourself to pause, to fuck it off, to focus, breathe, and to take that step back, all of a sudden you can see, these feelings, these physical symptoms are telling me I'm out of sync here. So we've got to go back 5 steps to enable and to empower others to recognize this is what imbalance or discord feels like. And this is how you shift through, by paying attention to your baseline needs, and you simplify it every step of the way. And this is something in traditional conventional medicine. This is real life patients who are very poorly. And I'm not saying let's just sprinkle everybody with glitter and it's great. People get better. Of course they do. You are tuning in. You're being validated. You're being seen. You're being heard. But when you show somebody else, actually, you know what? The simplest, the most tiny little changes impact so much. Food. eating little and often, eating the right foods. You eat crap, you're going to feel like crap. No brainer.
True.
Plenty of fluids.
Right.
Fluids, fresh air. All of these things matter. That is 3 F's off my F list. So this is all part and parcel. It's your core foundation. And it's a reminder, because when you're going through the shit, when you're physically not well, when you're emotionally not well, you cannot separate them. They're going to always do this. They're going to seesaw. The only thing you've got to take control back, self. And that's the beauty of this. You can take that power back at any step of the way. And this is exactly how I talk to my patients, talk to clients. It's transformational. It can be transformational. How much do you want it is what I would say.
And speaking of transformational, it wouldn't be the show without the brand story. So we're going to play Noopy's brand story.
Follow the light through the storm. And this is not a light that warns, it's a light that forms on the pathway ahead. So you can maneuver around disaster instead of getting stopped by the obstacles. It just takes changing the obstacles. And then the impossible turns to possible. And then the storm lifts. You're no longer adrift. Breathe, focus, you've got this. Ahead you see a figure, a kind soul, and on the inside it feels like you might glow. Your endless cycles of cyclones have been turned to a breeze that just slightly blows. You're adorned with glitter, where you literally feel like a kid again. And this is when you realize how much of your life you've missed. And then you talk more with Dr. Noopy Aurora, who will holistically change your aura, where you and the new you won't be like strangers. No, you'll be like friends. Because this whole process is simply life-changing. So if you're feeling frazzled and you want to find your fizz and dazzle, then book a call with Dr. Noopy Aurora by messaging her right here on LinkedIn.
Oh, Russ, thank you so much. I messaged Russ in the private chat going, please, pretty please, 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 please. I've not seen it for so long, because that was my intro to the Glitter Live with the Glitter Practitioner. I've not seen that for like a year or something. Oh, I love that brand store. Oh, thanks, Russ. I've missed doing my interpretive dance. Thank you, Devin. Thank you.
Well, listen,
So
I want to tell you both something that's been very important to me as far as keeping a good mental game through all this, the mental side of holistic health. And that is what I talked about in New York, and actually at the conference, is the power of perspective, and keeping good perspective and a level head through it all, not getting too high, not getting too low, keeping a good perspective. When things go good, that's great. When things go really bad, it's going to happen, but just hanging in there and knowing there's light on the other side of this tunnel, that God is still walking through with me, and that everything's going to come out all right on the other side. That alone is the number one thing my doctors tell me. My conventional doctors tell me that is the number one thing going for me, is that positive mindset and perspective. And Joan, I want you to talk on that a little bit. Just kind of talk about the importance of it. Is all important. It is all important, but to keep good mental health and a good mental game through life, and especially when things go south, that perspective and that mindset and that mind is so important, right?
You said it, because the life we live and we hear and we're living, things are going to happen.
Yeah.
Things are going to happen. And so the beauty about it is how we live our life before something really happen. So what are we putting in? What are we listening to that can keep us strong when moments arrive that we feel low, we feel plummeted? What word do we have in our spirit that can keep us, that we can go to that word and could keep us strong, could pull us back and keep us solid, strong? What do we have? What are we listening to that can motivate us when moments that we feel low? Because what are we putting mentally, what we're listening to? Those are the things that can keep us strong and keep us moving and propelling forward. You have to have words. You have to practice right self talk to yourself. Because what do you tell yourself? I'm special, I'm unique. I know I might be going through something at this point in time, but this just come to me in this moment, and I have to look and see what lesson am I learning in this moment? And how can I rise from that and stay strong? Because when you go through something, we all been through something. How do we rise and stay with grace, love, and compassion? That is why it is so important for us to love ourselves. Because when we love ourselves, we can have the right kind of self-talk that we can remind ourselves, it's okay. I'm going to get through this. I'm going to get through this. It's not come to say, it come to pass. I will get through this. And reaffirm that to yourself. Reaffirm that to yourself. I am going to get through this. Your self-talk, whether it's your well, we believe in God and we pull those words from scriptures, to remind us. Be of good courage. Stay in your peace. And the words that can support you, and you can hold on to that and lean into your inner wisdom that can keep you anchored to know it's going to be okay. All will be well. Karen?
Yes.
Listening to you, Russ, everyone should always have their toolkit with them. It's essential that we walk through this life with our modalities toolkit, because we all will face challenges as we walk through this journey called life. But what are we using when these challenges arise in our lives? And once we have this positive toolkit alongside of us, we can always reach into this toolkit and pull out what we need at that point in time to harness ourselves and to give ourselves the strength that we need. So we need this toolkit and always have it next to us. And what modalities are you really using each time of the day? When you wake up in the morning, who are you connecting with? What are you connecting with? The first thing that you're going to be connecting with in the morning when you wake up. It is super important that you have a modality that you can connect with in the morning when you wake up and at night before you sleep, because that is form of grounding yourself, recharging your battery before you start the day and when you end the day. So it is super important that we really do the self-care check-in and understand ourselves before we start the day and also before we end the day. It is super important. So make sure you have a toolkit. Get your toolkit in order and choose you.
I'm looking for my toolkit.
www.joanandkaren.com.
There you go. I'm looking for my toolkit right now. It's here somewhere. I know it. But I love what you said, because I am a huge, huge fan. This is why we're all kind of on the same wavelength here. I'm a huge fan of self-talk and a huge fan of lifting yourself up so you can lift others. And what a blessing. What a blessing that is. Also, I'm a huge proponent of what Tony Robbins and Ed Milet say, and that is life happens for you,
for
that
you.
life is always happening to you and you're just getting hammered and everything is negative, it's not going to be good.
Right.
But if you have the mindset that life is happening for you, and through each experience, through each thing that happens, good or bad, you're learning,
True.
growing, becoming better, right, Nupi?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Find the flip side. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
What is the
Yeah.
flip side? And to sort of
Right.
take on from what Karen and Joan were saying, this all boils down to awareness of self, awareness, tuning
True.
in. All of this is, if you are aware, you can't unsee what you've already seen. And therefore, your insight grows. You have the capacity to make different choices. And that is the whole point. If you are blind, if you're not opening your eyes up, well, sooner or later, your physical health is going to be so loud talking to you, you can't take you can't not take notice of it. And how do we do this? It's being aware with my gangster soul tonic, which I shall share with everybody right now. It's courage. I pretend in my head I've made a cocktail essentially, and it's courage, it is compassion for self, it is being curious, curiosity, and it is having that constant check-in, really, and trust. Trust is huge. You've got to let go. That's huge.
That's a
Let
big
go of
one.
all these
That's a
preconceived
big one.
ideas, beliefs, etc. Let's start from scratch. Show yourself. Be curious. Have the courage to delve. The more you delve, the more you're going to heal. Get those monkeys off your back, one step at a time. This is my gangster soul tonic to everybody.
That was very good.
Thanks. I'm very proud of it.
Yes,
Yeah, I
well,
do.
you get an A+ for that. Well, listen,
Thanks.
Yeah.
I am loving this discussion, but we need to start with doing the wrap up for tonight.
Sorry, Mike.
Yes, as I am taking care of my holistic health and making sure I stay within the time
Right.
frame of my. And so let's start with Joan and Karen, and each one of you. What I want you to do is give like your wrap up comments, give us your gold nugget, which you want everybody to remember from tonight's conversation, and then tell us how to get in touch with you, because I know people will. And by the way, ladies, we'll do this again here in the next month or two. We'll have another one of these because I just love chatting. So, but yeah, Joan, let's start with you. No, listen, Karen, we're going to start with you this time. We're going to flip.
Yeah.
Karen, we'll start with you and then Joan. There you
Yeah.
go. Okay.
Yes.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Well, everybody who don't know me should know me by now. I'm Karen Pascal, holistic health and wellness coach and a co-author of 2 ebooks. We've got 3 podcasts now. We've got Soul Light and Body, Enrichment of Mind, Body, and Soul. And we also have a new podcast we just started with Will Williams, the Reflective Speaker series. And we are just helping humanity. We are here to empower you. We are here to give you some resources that you can help yourself. As I talk about a toolkit, we are here to give you some tools that you can add to your toolkit, because as you move through life, you got to change some of your tools. Some of the tools you start with, some of the tools is not going to continue to take you through life, and you got to change things up. So we are here to help you to change things up and to shake things up so you can make that shift and evolve into that beautiful life that you are. And you can also reach us on LinkedIn, Mind and Body the Holistic Way, LLC, and also on
Living.
Living Holistic Lifestyle. And on Facebook, Mind and Body the Holistic Way, LLC group. You can find me there. And also we got a YouTube channel, Soul Light and Body. Don't forget to subscribe, that you will never miss none of our juicy episodes. Every week we are here to help to just empower you as an individual. It's all about empowerment. I'll toss the mic now to Joan. Joan, take the mic.
Wow. Tonight, choose you. Yes. You're special. You are amazing. And you are unique. And because you're special, you're amazing and unique, You're worthy. Move to the place of worthiness. We are in the month of October, almost conclusion. It's harvest time. What have you done throughout the year 2024 that you're reaping? It's harvest season. What have you planted so that you're reaping in this moment? And what do you continue to plant? And how do you plan to finish 2024 strong? Fullness of life. Where are you with your goals? It's okay if you have not complete all that you have thought when you was thinking when you started. It's okay. But finish strong. Gather all the important things that you want to do, the tips from every place, and finish strong. Because at the end of the day, you're choosing you're practicing self care, you're moving in the level of alignment, you're feeling strong. Show yourself grace, love, and compassion because you are special and you deserve the best that life has to offer you.
Mm-hmm.
Continue to be you and pause and take time for yourself so you can finish strong and live the life that you deserve. Walk in your purpose with your passion and be you.
With
You can
bells on.
find me on yeah, and walk with a level of bliss, right? Living a holistic lifestyle, Body, Mind, and Soul LLC. Same on Facebook as well, and on all the other shows, which is the podcast as well. We just want to here to say that we're here to enlighten you, uplift you, and empower you, and motivate you, so that you can reach to the level of transformation. Because all that's what we want. We want to live life and move in the space of evolution. Live that level of strength. And that is what we wish everyone for. So that you can walk strong, walk in your power, and give it your all because you deserve the best.
And we got some great programs going to be coming out soon, so stay
Yeah.
tuned. Some goodies.
Don't forget our audiobook, Self Care is Intentional, and Your Gut and You will be coming out soon as well for the holiday. So you can have it as gift to give your friends.
We love you, Lal. We love you.
Russ,
I
thank you
love
for the
it.
opportunity as well.
Oh,
Thank you.
how
You're
the
both
hell am I coming back off this? Can I just say apologies if those lights were troubling? I tried my
it's fine.
best.
No,
No, because somebody was like, I saw it in the comments, so I tried my best anyway. How the hell do I come off that? But you've said everything that I live and breathe and share, which is exactly that. It is being you with bells on. It's being your brightest, your boldest, your bravest, most badass self. How do you do that? Know your worth, own your needs,
Oh,
stand in your
yes.
mofo power, and
Yep.
claim this because only you can. You have
Sure.
the power to choose at every single step of the way. And wherever you're at, whatever has gone on, October is coming up to December and everybody's reflecting on what have I done? Have I met my goals this year? Whatever you've done is enough. Getting through
Sure.
the day is also enough.
Sure.
Take a step back, breathe. My last words are fuck off, focus, and breathe. Because paying attention to the internal critter chatter, take that pause time, come back to the breath work always.
Yeah.
And that is the power. That is magic. You can change your trajectory there and then.
Mm-hmm.
That's my final words. You can find me on LinkedIn, Dr. Nupi, the Glitter Practitioner. You'll find my Calendly link. I used to do a regular Monday night show of Live with the Glitter Practitioner actually, it was produced by a wonderful, wonderful person called Russ Hedge. Thank you. But you can catch the replays, in fairness. We have been putting replays on. You can also find me on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And I guess if you can't get hold of me, just reach out to Russ because he gets hold of me.
Yeah, I'm here for you, Noopy. So
I
listen,
know.
everybody, what an amazing discussion tonight, and this could go on and on and on, which is why we'll have another one of these. And so you ladies are amazing. I just appreciate you all so much. You're just so amazing to me. So thank you so much. And I am going to wave goodbye to you, send you to the green room, but I'll be there in a minute. So hang tight, all right? See ya. Wow, amazing. Well, I tell you, that full of so much good information as far as holistic health and the books that Joan and Karen have and the websites and the information Noopy and Joan and Karen have are so critical to looking at your overall health needs. And it's important. You got to take care of yourself or you can't take care of anybody else. You know, we tell you all the time, the old adage about the airplane, overused, yes, but so true. That oxygen mask drops down. They tell you to put it on you first. Why? Because within like 12 seconds, you'll pass out and be good for nobody if you don't get oxygen to yourself first. If you don't take care of yourself first, you can't take care of other people. So remember today to do that. Take care of yourself, then you can take care of others and be a blessing. So I am so grateful for the blessing of Noopy and Karen and Joan tonight. And we're just going to say goodbye to you. But listen, we'll be back here next Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time for your viewing and listening pleasure. That's right. Not only does this go live at 4 p.m., but then it's on YouTube, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. There you go. I'm going to say it right. Forever. It'll sit there, video podcast. You go back and watch it. And especially if you would join our YouTube page. I told you this before, but it is so great. If you go there, everything is in one spot. Just go to russreels.live today and you can see this episode or any of them that we've had. And also Marketing with Russ, the experience I've with Russ and Scott, they're all there. So russreels.live. And don't forget one more time to connect with me at russedge.com. So if you know my name, you know the name of this show, you can find me, you can find my YouTube page. You'll be all good to go. So thanks again, everybody, for joining us tonight. It's been amazing. We have had just such a great time and we'll do this again. But until next week, have an amazing life. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.